Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. So, oftentimes we talk about consciousness, and especially consciousness in relation to a lot of these intuitive abilities. But is it really consciousness, or is it subconsciousness? Maybe it's both. But you will hear practitioners talk about this sublime subconscious voice. The first gestalt, which is a term for an idea that just leaps into your consciousness. These gestalts are very subconscious, it seems like. It seems like the subconscious mind has this connection to everything, all space and all time. And this isn't just for intuition. It also works with the other abilities, psychokinesis, healing, and many others. And of course, the conscious mind struggles to understand the stranger within, which is the subconscious mind. They speak very different languages. The conscious mind is ordered and, inquisitive, but the subconscious mind really is instinctual, it's improvisational, it speaks in colors and sounds and sensations, and it speaks in such different ways. And the conscious and subconscious mind have such difficulty communicating. If your conscious mind does something again and again and again and again and again and again, you can move that ability from the conscious mind to the subconscious. It's like a martial artist trying a move again and again and again and again, and then suddenly when they need to use that move, it's instinctual. They don't even have to think about it. And this is the case with the esoteric as well. You can practice a lot of these things and abilities with your conscious mind, setting up the structures and all that stuff, and the more you do it, the more you're accurate with it, the more you end on a positive, end on a success, the more accurately these things move into your subconscious. And back and forth. But it makes you really wonder, why does the subconscious have this connection? What is it about the structure and the nature of the universe that allows the subconscious to do this? It is almost like it's a hint to the very structure of the universe itself. It makes, the only analogy that I can apply to it is it's as if we are NPCs, or PCs, player characters or non-player characters, in a incredibly powerful game. There's World of Warcraft, and you have characters in there, and, there's programs that are fed to those characters, and updates that are fed to those characters. And maybe we're updated when we sleep at night, uploaded the patches and the bug fixes and whatever. But this ability almost speaks to the artificiality. And even that isn't a comfortable word when talking about the nature of the universe and what kind of a hint these abilities might foretell. But it's a question that fascinates not only me, of course, and practitioners, but also scientists and the scientists I've worked with. Some scientists, and I've seen this numerous times, when this stuff starts happening, they kind of freak out a little bit. They start chasing their tail. They're like, okay, let's button down the hatches here. Let me really think about what's going on. Oh my gosh, and what is the nature of the universe that allows this? What is the physics? Is there a particle? Is it a wave? Is it, the consciousness and space-time, matter and energy as a tapestry interwoven? But, it does, the only analogy that kind of feels closer to me is that we are these kind of programmed, creatures. And we auto self-program through experience, but there's also a combination. We auto-self-program in our lives, in our experiences, in interacting with our environments and incidents that happen. But also there's a genetic component from previous genetic relatives. And we see this in animals, and they used to call it instinct. But we learned over time that these incredibly elaborate things that animals do that they haven't seen any of their relatives do before have to be genetically programmed, biologically programmed. So we have a portion of that in our existence as well. Plus, we have the, experiential programming that happens during our lives. And there's something about the very nature, the very fabric of space-time, matter, and energy that the subconscious indisputably is able to contact and connect with. And when you're able to get that flow between the conscious and subconscious mind less delineated, when you have more control over it, some of these amazing things start happening. And yes, of course, on this channel we've spoken very much about this being an interactive universe. It's not like we're separate from the universe in any way. And we're certainly not separate from our biosphere. But these abilities, with a clever enough group of scientists, could be used to show deeper and deeper fundamental realities about our universe. Tenacious enough scientists could utilize very good intuitives or practitioners of a variety of these esoteric abilities to delineate some of these mechanisms. I know Stanford and Princeton and other schools worked on this stuff. Pear Institute there, they did some incredible experiments. And I know there's several scientists now that are doing the same thing. But Pear, I've spoken about this a couple of times, in terms of intuition, tested whether the universe is more of a teleological model or a quantum collapse model. And they found out through several really ingenious experiments that it definitely hints more towards the quantum collapse model. And that's real tangible evidence. Myself and a genius scientist has a series of experiments that we think could help delineate even more and quantify even more these abilities and show some of its qualities definitively, scientifically. But it would take a little bit of a chunk of funding that we just don't independently have. But regardless, perhaps the government will, or the government has, or certainly I know China and Russia are working extensively on these topics. These insights could be crucial to understanding the future of humanity even, not just the technology. When you look at the leaked documents from Chris Mellon that were used to brief Congress, you look at slide 9, you see that this topic is crucial. UFOs and advanced civilizations, if they are such, whether they're earthly advanced civilizations or non-earthly, they are deeply, deeply involved in this topic. So it might behoove us to research it deeper. Slide 9 once again comes back to us. What do you guys think?